Hello, and welcome to the second video in a series that applies the rhetorical modeling process on a political speech. Today we'll be performing a rhetorical analysis on the argument claims within the speech using data analysis. The argument claims analysis is the second of 5 analysis steps to build a rhetorical model. We recommend you watch the first video on the line of reasoning in case you missed it. We've also included a link to the blog posts in the description. So Jeff, tell us a bit about the argument claim types you used in your analysis.
First, here's some background info regarding the speech I analyzed. The speaker is Vivek Ramaswamy. The purpose of the speech: this was one of his Republican presidential candidate speeches, and his audience was the Faith and Freedom Coalition. Just a quick recap regarding the 4 lines of reasoning that were developed for Ramaswamy's speech, since we'll be referencing them. First is establish identity. Number 2, identify issues. Number 3, present policy. And number 4, connect values. Today we'll be doing an analysis of the 3 argument claim types within the speech. The 3 claim types are policy claims, value claims, and fact claims. In addition to these 3 argument claim types, I included 2 subcategories of fact claims in my analysis. Number 1, the empirical fact claim. This is based on observation, experience, or data, basically a verifiable claim. And number 2, the theoretical fact claim, based on ideas, logic, and reasoning, a theory that has yet to be proven or disproven.
And how did the data analysis go on the argument claims? Did it provide any insights?
It did. My data analysis primarily focused on the usage of argument claim types within each line of reasoning. I think it's logical to analyze in this manner to zoom in on how Ramaswamy uses each claim type to develop each argument within each line of reasoning. Overall, the 3 claim types were pretty evenly distributed throughout the speech, which would allude to a well-balanced speech. I'll go ahead and summarize some of the highlights of each claim type with a line of reasoning overlay. Again, this is just a quick summary. You can read more detail in the blog post linked in the description. I'll start with the fact claims. Ramaswamy uses 100% empirical fact claims within the established identity line of reasoning. These fact claims consist of past personal experiences that help him build ethos with his audience by establishing his belief in the American dream. Ramaswamy then moves on to use a high percentage of theoretical fact claims, 42%, in the identify issues line of reasoning. These fact claims establish an overarching logical cause and effect argument that supports his speech thesis. Here are some quotes from his speech that encapsulate his cause and effect argument. Moving on to policy claims, 100% of the policy claims reside within the present policy line of reasoning, because the correlation of the 2 concepts is pretty much a 1-to-1. An interesting observation was that, unlike many other political speeches, the majority of policy claims are used to prescribe the change needed to restore traditional American values and ideals, rather than the typical proposed political policy changes. Finally, the value claims, which have the largest share at 41% overall. This claim type is central to his speech, since this speech, like most political speeches, is an example of constitutive rhetoric. Ramaswamy primarily uses value claims to express his opinions about core American ideals and values. He uses the following rhetorical device to frame these values, which he views as foundational to the American dream.
Very insightful, Jeff. Where can our viewers find these resources you developed during your analysis?
I created a data dashboard so you can play around with the data yourself to see if you find any insights of interest. I've also created a free quiz so you can test your understanding of these concepts. You can find all this in the blog post link that I've included in the description. In my next video, I'll be performing a data analysis on the rhetorical appeals within this speech.
Remember, guys, to subscribe and hit the like button. Bye.